Hi. Hi. Hello. Anybody brand new to my class? Raise your hand. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to be videotaping class. So if you don't want to be in it, which I think you should just stay where you are, but if you don't want to be in it, you can move somewhere else and you'll be really small in the video, okay? So those of you who don't know me, my name's Dana, and I've been sharing this noon time slot for almost 6 years now, and heading into the last week of me being here, and it's been really the only thing I can say is like I'm feeling all the feels, like 1 minute I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then the next minute I'm like crying on the floor, like for no reason, like, oh my God. And people are like, what's wrong? And I don't know. So, but what keeps coming up for me, and I know the theme this week has been the word inspiration, really deriving that idea of being inspired by our own internal self. And I want to stick with that theme. I want you guys to remember that theme. It's very powerful to know that we have everything we need inside ourselves. We needn't look outside ourselves. And I find that kind of like a common theme in my week to week with my daughters. I'm inconsistent, like, well, what do you like and what do you like? Because as teenagers, it's even more challenging, right? So I want to stick with that theme of being inspired by our own self and our own action and our own words. But something else has come up for me this week that I want to share with you. And that is this whole idea of, I keep hearing myself saying, oh, or maybe if I'm not saying it, someone else is saying it to me, like, oh, let's have one last dinner together, or, oh, this is your last Friday nooner, or this is the last this, and this is the last that. And it's interesting, too. I wrote about this on my Instagram, and I never know who reads that stuff, so I'll just share it with you because it was profound. For me, it was profound anyways. It was something to think about. What if we actually acted like every second was the last? Like what if we actually could drop in for a moment and really feel what it felt like to feel that feeling? What if this was the last time I was going to see you? Not you, but you in general, like how would we act? How would we respond to people? How much more would we forgive or love each other or like say how we felt, right? And I also find it really interesting, like honestly, to be completely candid, like 2 of these men that I was so in love with while I lived here just came out of nowhere in the last 2 weeks. I'm all, yeah, whatever. That's so not even funny, But apparently there's a clearing that's supposed to happen, right? I get it. And the theme is like, wow, now you're not going to be here. Now what? And it makes me think to myself, why can't we always live like that? Like why do we have to hide behind a text or a fear? Right? Why can't we just be like, well, I don't know. I know some people from Brooklyn. You might not get this because y'all from Brooklyn that I know are like, just say how you feel all the time. And that's why I love people from Brooklyn and people from where I'm from Michigan, where I come from. Like you say how you feel in the moment, and sometimes that's labeled as intense or too much. It's too much. Why? Why is that too much? Right? So I just want to play with that. And if this is my last class with you, then that's kind of what I want to leave you with. Is like, live today like it's your last. Because you don't know if it is. So that's what I have to say about that. You guys cool with that for the theme? Peace. Right? Okay, so anybody injured or pregnant I should know about since I saw you last. Good, thanks for laughing. Okay, so let's get started, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. So super grateful and in just deep gratitude for all of you. Go ahead and close the eyes. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale all the breath out through the mouth. Go ahead and inhale. And then let's do that again. Inhale. And now just find a slow rhythmic cadence to your breath. And find that breath, that beautiful Ujjayi breath that really, truly does smooth out the edges, right? But don't smooth them out so much that you don't feel, right? I find sometimes we hide behind things because we're afraid, you know? We're afraid to get hurt. We're afraid to not have our love reciprocated. We're afraid to say something that's too much. We're afraid of something that's so irrational. And so I want to just get into this place today in this practice of like really being on the edge of our hearts. I remember when I moved here, someone said to me, you know, maybe you should tone it down a little bit. Tone down this practice a little bit. People aren't ready for that. And that was before I stepped into this room at the Castro. And when I stepped into this room, I found that there was more like me. And so I'm really grateful for that. And so how about if we begin our practice today with our chant to Ganesh as I start my day every day, just to remind me to break down those barriers of my heart, of my obstacles, of my fears, of whatever it is that I needn't carry around anymore. And so if you don't know the chant, it sounds something like this: Om Gam Ganapatehe Namaha. And we're going to do 108 because it's good luck. And I'll count for you. I have my beads. You just drop into the breath and into the chant, and I'll let you know when there's about 3 left. So setting that dedication for your practice today of just this really, I want to live like that. Big deep breath in, exhale all the breath out through the mouth. Om Gam Ganapatehe Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye 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 Namaha. 3 more. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Big deep breath in. Thanks so much for being here today, everybody. So happy to be here. If you would, go ahead, open the eyes, and let's just make our way right into downward facing dog. Please. And drop right into Ujjayi breath, right? So I've been using this cue a lot lately, right? So Ujjayi breath that comes in through the nose and out through the nose. And, you know, breathe into the bones, like for real. That's a shaman term. Breathe into your bones. Spread the fingertips wide and feel like the breath comes up through your arm bones, down through the spine, swirls around in the pelvis, goes down through the legs, down through the feet, underneath your mat, right? And then up through your hands again. So allow that energy to swirl through your body, like no joke, right? Take about 5 long, deep breaths, just in deep reverence for the breath. Just the breath, right? Just the fact that we can even like say, I want to take a breath and I get to take a breath. Like that's huge, right? 2 more. Fantastic. And then roll the body forward into plank pose and pause. Beautiful. Now press out through your heels a lot. Press down through your hands, but feel the energy come up through the arms still, right? So stay there and breathe. 2 more long, deep breaths. You know, like what if this was the last, right? Like how different would we like run our lives, right? Big deep breath in. As you exhale, drop down to the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin. Inhale, drop the pelvis, drop the belly, lift the heart. Bhujangasana. Now hold Bhujangasana for about 3 long, deep breaths. So there's barely any pressure in your hands. Really lengthen through the legs, draw the belly and lift the heart, relax the eyes. Push back into downward facing dog, curl the toes, lift the tail. Take about 3 long, deep breaths there. Awesome. Yeah, feel free to breathe out through the mouth anytime you want to release any pressure, right? Roll the body forward into plank. Drop down to the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin. Good, inhale, lift the heart, Bhujangasana, lift the heart, feet flat on the floor. Nice, and then as you exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Good, so just in case I forget, let's do this one more time. Roll the body forward into plank, drop down to the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin, and then lift heart, Bhujangasana. Now push back into child's pose, okay? So listen, anytime you want to come to child's pose, don't wait for me to tell you because I'll probably forget. But just take it anytime you want, all right? And then come on up into downward facing dog, and now when you exhale fully, walk all the way to the back of the mat and hang out in forward fold. Nice, so just hang out here, hold on to either elbow and just kind of let the weight from your arms lower the whole spine. Bend at the knees a lot, right, good. And then let your arms dangle down toward the floor. Heel toe your feet so they're touching, and then roll up through the spine. Take your arms up, clasp the two hands together, let just your index fingers reach, cross at the thumbs and tilt to the right and hold. Press down through the left side body and continue to breathe up through the bones, okay? Like really feel that energy coming up through the whole left side body. Try to straighten both your arms if you can. Nice, now come back through center and then tilt to the left. Ujjayi breath, you guys, like really strong breath, right? Like how many times I'm hearing that we're breathing, right? Inhale, arms up, exhale, hands to heart space. Awesome, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Beautiful. Go ahead and inhale to look forward and walk forward to plank pose. And then exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or take chaturanga. And then when you inhale, it's an upward dog or Bhujangasana. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Good. Big deep breath in, big deep breath out. Walk and forward fold, exhale. Right, feet are together. Halfway lift to inhale and fold down, exhale. Great, inhale, arms reach, your feet are touching. Clasp your two hands together, let your index fingers reach. Tilt to the right when you exhale and continue to exhale and tilt to the left, right? That's your whole exhale. Now inhale, take your arms up high and find a nice V shape with your arms, right? So big, huge inhalation. And then as you exhale, dive down into forward fold. Right, inhale, look forward, walk forward into plank pose. Are you still breathing? And then exhale, it's chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. And then inhale, lift your heart into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back into down dog. Hold one breath in, one breath out. Firm hands on the floor, right? Good, now inhale, bend the knees to look forward. At the very bottom of your exhale, walk, step, or float to the top of the mat. And then there's a halfway lift when you get there, and then fold down to exhale. Right, inhale, arms are gonna reach. Hands come into the heart space, samastiti. Fantastic, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Now halfway lift, inhale. Now you're going to plant your hands on the mat. You're going to walk, step, or jump back to chaturanga. So if you're walking, it's plank and knees, chest, chin, right? Inhale, heart lifts up, dog or cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Now walk to the very back of the mat and hang out in that halfway lift. Feet are touching. And then forward fold to exhale. Right, inhale, arms reach. Clasp two hands together. As you exhale, tilt to the right and then tilt to the left. So that's your full exhalation, okay? And then inhale, arms reach, big, huge lift. Arms are like a V. Exhale, down, forward, fold, all the way to the earth. Nice. And then inhale, look forward, walk forward, plank pose. Good. And then it's either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. And then inhale, lift the heart, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog and hold. Yeah, where's your breath? Where's your breath? Good, inhale, bend knees, look forward, walk, step, or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there, and then fold down, exhale. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, hands to heart space. So let's just play with that for a little while. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Beautiful, halfway lift. Plant hands on mat, chaturanga dandasana, walk, step, or float back. Good, heart lifts when you inhale, and then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Walk to the very back of your mat, feet are together, halfway lift, and then fold down when you exhale. Inhale, arms reach, clasp the two hands together. As you exhale, tilt to the right and then tilt to the left. And then inhale, big V shaped with the arms, right? And then exhale, dive down, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward, walk forward, plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, heart lifts. Beautiful. Exhale, back, downward facing dog, and hold. One breath in, one breath out. Yeah, like be here, right? Inhale, bend knees, look forward, walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift to inhale, fold down, please exhale. Inhale, arms reach. Where's the breath? Hands to the heart space, Samastiti. Inhale again, arms up. Let's do a couple more. Forward fold, exhale, Uttanasana. Beautiful, Ardha Uttanasana. Dandasana, walk, step, float back. Heart lifts, inhale. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Walk to the very back of the mat, and then there's that halfway lift. Feet are together. Forward fold to exhale. Inhale, arms up, clasp those two hands together. Tilt to the right, tilt to the left. Just find those deep exhalations. Inhale, arms up, big heart opener. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Right. Inhale, look forward, walk forward, plank pose. And then it's chaturanga, or knees, chest lifts. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Pause, one breath in, one breath out. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Bottom of your exhale, it's a walk, step, or a float. Halfway lift to inhale, fold down, please exhale. Right, inhale, arm reach. Bring it right back to the heart, please. One last time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Right, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, walk, step, float back. Beautiful. Heart lifts when you inhale. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Walk to the back of your mat, please. You're in a halfway lift with your 2 feet together. Forward fold to exhale. Inhale, arms reach. Tilt to the right, tilt to the left. And there's that big, and then exhale, dive down, forward fold. Forward plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Hold one breath in, one breath out. All right? There's just no guarantees in this life, man. Bend the knees, look forward, walk, step, or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, fold down, please exhale. Beautiful job. Inhale, arms reach. Hands come directly to the heart space. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And hang out and breathe. Put a lot of weight into the heels, so sit as far back as you can into the heels, okay? Just as far back as you can. Beautiful. And you're just going to maybe sit down a little bit lower, and maybe a little bit lower, and then maybe a little bit lower. And then inhale, big back bend, lift heart. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Good. So halfway lift, inhale. Plant hands on mat, Chaturanga Dandasana, walk, step, float back. Cycle through whatever vinyasa suits you. Now I'm going to stay in this one breath, one movement of cueing for you, okay? If you don't want to do that, you know you can pause anytime you want, but I'm just going to roll with that for a little bit. Right leg high to the sky, inhale. Good, knee to the nose, exhale. Beautiful, right leg high to inhale. Knee to the right tricep. Beautiful, right leg high, inhale. Open up into fallen triangle. Breathe in. One big deep breath in. Beautiful. Bring it around. Scorpion dog. Exhale. Nice. Drop your right foot forward in between the two hands. Come to low lunge. So back knee will find the floor. Lift the arms up high. Exhale. Sit it back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Good. Come into standing vertical splits. Your left toes go up high. And then round curl into exhale. Nice. Step it back into high lunge. Your arms are going to reach. And then it's Virabhadrasana 2, but face the back of the room when you do that. Turn your body. Good. Reverse your warrior, please, to inhale. Good. And then just cartwheel your hands down to the mat, step back, and cycle through vinyasa facing the back of the room. Just trying to see everything from all perspectives, you know? So important. Right leg high to the sky, inhale.
Knee to the right tricep, exhale, pause. Bring it to the left tricep and then swing it back to the right and then just go to the left and the right and the left and the right. 2. On 1, open up into fallen triangle. 1 big deep breath in. Gorgeous, you guys. Bring it around into scorpion dog again. Exhale. So opening up the body. Drop the right foot forward in between the 2 hands. Come into Virabhadrasana 1. Your arms are going to reach. Fantastic. Virabhadrasana 2, exhale. Reverse your warrior, please, to inhale and extended angle to exhale. Good. Take it into 5. Just come and face the windows. Nice. And then Virabhadrasana 2, front of the room. Reverse your warrior, please. Inhale. And cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Now you should be staring at your left foot. Take that left leg up high to the sky. Inhale. Beautiful. Knee to the nose. Exhale. Left leg high to inhale. Knee to left tricep. Exhale. Left leg high to inhale. Knee to right tricep. Open up into fallen triangle. 1 big deep breath in. Lift heart. Bring it around scorpion dog to exhale. Nice, you guys. Left foot forward, low lunge. Back knee finds the floor. Reach the arms up high. Exhale, sit it back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Gorgeous. Standing vertical splits. Left foot down, right toes go up high. Round curl in 1 time. So little ball with your body. Good. Right leg steps back. Come to high lunge. Arms reach. And then it's Virabhadrasana 2, back of the room. Turn the body. Reverse your warrior, please, to inhale. And then just cartwheel those hands down to the mat. Step back, cycle through vinyasa. Stay in that really nice breath, okay? And then hold your downward facing dog. Just 1 breath in, 1 breath out. That's good stuff, right? This is the medicine for sure. Left leg high to the sky. Inhale. Knee to the left tricep. Pause. Good. Now bring it over to the right and then to the left and to the right and left. And just kind of sway side to side there for 3. Not a big, huge deal. 2. On 1, it goes underneath the body. Open up into fallen triangle. 1 big deep breath in. Gorgeous. Bring it around scorpion dog. Exhale. Drop left foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel spins down. Arms up. Virabhadrasana 2 to exhale. How's the breathing, you guys? Reverse the warrior. Inhale. And extended angle. Exhale. Here you are. 5-pointed star again. Arms are going to reach. Facing the doors where you came in. Virabhadrasana 2, front of the room. Fantastic. Reverse your warrior, please. Inhale. Cartwheel hands down to the mat. Step back. Cycle through vinyasa. So nice. So sometimes I have people say, well, you move, your class moves so fast. It moves so fast. Sometimes I find when we take a little bit of time to go 1 breath, 1 movement, guess what happens? We relieve the neuroses of the mind. And we're just focused on our breath. Walk to the very back of the mat. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Feet are together. Exhale. Down. Forward fold. Arms are going to reach. Take those arms up high. Clasp them together, right? Exhale. Tilt to the right. Pause and hold. Pause and hold. Roll your heart open toward the left a little bit. So the heart is like infinitely dimensional, right? So we're just going to focus on opening all spots today. Tilt to the left. Good. Roll the heart open. Nice job. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then big deep breath in, arms up. Big wide shape. Hold, exhale. And then halfway lift, inhale. Look forward, walk forward, plank pose. Listen, chaturanga, pause to hold. Now you can do knees, chest, chin too, but just hold. Now push back up again into plank. And then exhale, lower halfway down. And then push back up again. Are you breathing? And then lower halfway down. And then inhale, push back up again. And then lower halfway down. Now just flip the feet, lift the heart, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Pause and hold. 1 huge breath in, 1 huge breath out, okay? Right? That's what I'm talking about. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Walk, step, float, jump through. So land on your bottom. Right? And then find Navasana. So just find your boat pose for about 3 or 4 deep breaths. So now we're here on our bottom, right? Bring your 2 hands behind you so your fingertips are pointing towards your hips. Extend 1 leg and then the other leg. And 1 leg and the other leg. Hi. And just breathe. So I use this visualization as like riding my beach cruiser to the beach. So just be there for a second. And then it's not so hard, right? Right? Smiling. 5, shoulders down. 4, see? 3, 2, 1. Release, soles of the feet together, forward fold, exhale. It's all in what we make of it, right? That's what my dad told me. Awesome, you guys. Go ahead and bring your 2 feet out in front of you. Have a lie down on your back. Take your legs up high to the sky for a moment. So even in that transition, can y'all make sure you breathe, right? Because sometimes we hold the breath. And then bend at the knees. Bring your knees right over your hips. Take your 2 hands behind your head. Lift your heart up toward the sky, right? Yep, there you go. Now, bring your right knee in towards your chest and cross your left elbow across the body. Extend the left leg out. Pause for a moment. Pause, hold, lift heart, lift heart. How's the breath? Yeah, there you are. Now swap sides. How's the breath? Hold, hold. Point the toes and then the leg becomes a little aerodynamic. And then swap sides. Swap. And then swap. And swap at your own pace here, right? Good. Keep going. It's like 10. And so we got to kind of move whatever that is in the way, like our ego voice. You know, oh, I should act this way, or I should say this. Maybe if I say this. Let's just move through some of that stuff. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hug knees to chest. Because there's that spot, there's that space, Manipur, that protects us, you know? It's like our purpose, our power, and like that way we direct our life, and it's really super powerful. But sometimes we're not directing it from the heart, right? But if we directed it from the heart, 99.9% of the time, things would most likely look different. Rock and roll on your spine. Just rock back and forth, and come up to boat pose, Navasana. So rock right up into Navasana again. Hold for 3 or 4 deep breaths. And then 2 hands behind you again, fingertips point toward you. Keep lifting the heart, extend one leg out. Right. That's so far. Yeah, that's easy. Really, like, truly, what would you do differently in a situation if you knew that was the last moment in time you were going to have the opportunity, right? For 5, 4, 3, shoulders down, 2, and then 1. Soles of the feet together, knees apart, forward fold. I always say, I want to live my life with no regret, you know? I would rather like make a decision or say something silly or stupid or whatever, and at least have that out there as opposed to not, right? Go ahead and have a lie down on your back. Take the legs up high toward the sky. You can do that same bicycle movement again, or keep the legs nice and straight, right? And just go side to side. If you keep the legs straight, reach for the pinky toe, right? But that breath is still happening, right? So be meticulous with your breath. It's like 20. Don't let your mind wander. This is what we're doing now. Good. I don't know where we are, somewhere around maybe 10. Nice job. And 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hug 2 knees to chest. Move through that stuff, man. And then rock and roll on the spine until you make your way up into chair pose. So use your breath, rock and roll, find your chair pose and pause and hold, pause and hold. Now, chair in and of itself is beautiful. Stay here if you want. If you want more, come up onto the tippy bits of the toes, right? And just kind of find a balanced chair. Now, if you want more, go ahead and drop those heels, drop your bottom, lay on your back into chair pose. Yes, thank you. Just like that. Good. And so you get to choose, right? It's like 10 breaths. So you get to choose what you want to do. So have a seat on my thigh. Trust me. Good. Breathe. Roll these shoulders down. There you go. I'm going to stay right here. Good. For like 5. So wherever you are, you're perfect, right? For 4. For 3. Nice job. 2. And then on 1, everyone's in chair. Utkatasana. Inhale, big back bend, lift heart. Nice job. Forward fold. Gorgeous. Halfway lift to inhale. Plant hands on mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Walk, step, float back. Cycle through vinyasa. So now you're here. That was a great warm up. And pause and hold. And just kind of settle into your body for a moment, okay? Settle into your body. Right? Like sometimes I think about the things I would say if that was the last opportunity I was going to get to say something to that person, you know? That's huge. That's the one thing most people regret at the end of their day. I didn't say this, I didn't say that. Baloney. Right leg high to the sky, inhale. Knee to the nose, exhale, kiss your knee. Good, drop your right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, your arms are gonna reach. Take the arms up high. As you exhale, breathe out through the mouth and take your 2 elbows down toward the waist. And then arms reach forward, exhale. And then again, you guys, arms reach, exhale. One more time, okay? Arms reach, exhale. Now pause and hold. Close the eyes for a moment. Press through the left pinky toe and feel all that energy and breath come up through those bones. Pull the breath into the pelvic bowl, then push it up into the heart. Be lifted by your 2 shoulder blades, right? Relax your shoulders, relax your neck and head. Now feel the right shin pull forward just a little bit. Keep the eyes closed if you can, right? And just lift the heart up toward the sky for 5. For 4. We're so closed, like we like to hide behind things. I'm gonna hide behind an avatar, a pseudonym. Why? Silly. 2. 1, arms go out wide like wings, so take them out like wings to the side. Turn your palms forward, pivot on your back toes, look forward, launch into Virabhadrasana 3. Take everyone in this room with you, so arms out to the sides. Yes, this is how we function in the world, right? Lift the chest, squeeze behind the heart. Yes, like that. Nice job. Beautiful. 3. Oh, you guys look great. Try to straighten the leg you're standing on just a little bit. 2. There you go. 1, step back into high lunge. Arms are going to reach. And then as you exhale, it's Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse your warrior, please, to inhale. And then extended angle exhale. How about simple twisted lunge? Left hand on the floor, right fingertips go up high. Pivot on your back toes. Simple twist. Pause and hold. Beautiful. So let's just make sure that this back hip isn't coming with you, right? But plug the right hip into its socket. Nice. Now hold here and breathe. Unless you want more, then go ahead and come on up and take both arms out and across the horizon. The left fingertips pull forward as the right ones pull back. And then again, feel that energy coming up through the bones, right? If you want more, right hand reaches down. See if you cannot touch anything on your body with the right hand. Just see if you can let it kind of like hang there and suspend. Left arm goes up high. Beautiful. 5. 4. Nice job. 3. 2. 2.5. Just kidding, sorry. Standing vertical splits, left toes go up high to the sky, inhale. Round curl into exhale, tap the floor with the toes. Left leg goes high to inhale, and then round curl and exhale. Are you breathing still? Left leg high, inhale. Round curl and exhale. Good, left leg goes up high, step that foot back behind you. Turn to face the long side of the mat, so face the doors where you came in. So hang on just one moment, I'm gonna meet you here. Turn your toes out and your heels in, drop your bottom to about hip height, right? Take your arms out in front of you, like you have like a ball or something in front of you, and then take your arms out to the left, and then go over to the right, and then go over to the left, and then to the right. And then just kind of make it your own for a moment. Keep your legs really, really strong though, okay? And just kind of go side to side. And you can do whatever you want here, just make sure it's moral and ethical. And then remember that you're in the Castro. Yay! Good. You got like 5 more breaths. So just move through that energy, right? Like we're so stagnant sometimes, and we get these stagnant things happening, even in our practice, the linear movements, right? So take like 3, 2. I want you to find Skandasana. So your right knee is going to bend and your left leg goes long. Now hold and breathe and lift your heart. Left fingertips can go up. You can clasp the 2 hands behind you too, right? So now you have churned all this energy in the body. Hold it, breathe. Good, good, push, push. 2. For me to remember that I'm counting. Push into my hand, push. Flex your toes. Keep your foot on the floor.
Okay.
1, face the left foot, turn to face the long side of the mat. Pivot on your back toes, come on up into high lunge, facing the back of the room. Turn your 2 palms facing each other. Teeny tiny fists with your hands. Ready, you guys, as you inhale, breathe in, and then exhale, bring your right knee forward. Pull the elbows into heart. Beautiful. Step back, high lunge, arms reach. Nice. Exhale, bring elbows into the waist. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale. I would say maybe breathe out through the mouth if you want, but you don't have to. 2 more. Okay, let's go 1 more. Awesome. Pause and hold right here, right here. Beautiful. Left hand to heart. Right hand reaches for the inside of your ankle. Where's the breath? Dancer pose. Find it. Reach the heart up high. Point the heart to where the ceiling meets the wall. Don't think about charging forward in your life. Think about meeting your life with your heart. What would that look like? Most likely this pose. 3. 2. Awesome. Listen on 1. Come back to where you were, right? Hands at the heart, knee bends. Now I want you to cross your right foot over your left. Beautiful. So put that foot on the floor. And then plug your 2 hands into your hips and forward fold. Good. Now I want you to just stay right here. This is perfect. If you want to stay right here, stay right here. If, however, you want Bakasana, crossed, put your 2 hands on the floor, come up onto the tippy toes. You're kind of crossed at the ankles, right? And then bend at the elbows, look forward, hollow out the belly, and take Bakasana. Otherwise, stay right here in this forward fold and allow the lower back to open, right? So again, you get to choose. What do you choose? What do you choose in that moment? What do you choose? Do you hide or do you not? Om 5, hollow out the belly. Om 4, and 3, and 2. Those of you in Bakasana, feel free anytime to shoot the legs back. Everyone else, make your way back into downward facing dog, however that looks for you when you're facing the back of the room. I've always lived from my heart. Always, 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 never from my mind. It was kind of troublesome there for a while, but that was just because people didn't understand me. Big deep breath in, exhale out. Nice. Come on forward into plank pose. And then bring your right knee to your right tricep and pause. Good. Now bring that leg behind you. To plank. Yeah, let's be a little more clear with the cueing, Dana. Left knee, left tricep, and then put that foot back where it came from. Now, right knee, right tricep, and then back where it came from. Left knee, left tricep, back where it came from. Now, you go at your own pace, just a little right to right, and a little left to left. Yeah. And don't think, like this is the one time in your day I really don't want you to think, like for 10, for 9, right? And then just go at your own pace, 7, 5, 3, downward facing dog, exhale. Right, now pause and try not to fidget for a sec. Just try not to fidget. Try to let things rewire. Yeah? Right leg high, inhale. Drop right foot forward. Go ahead and come on up into high lunge, arms reach. Nice. Turn and face the front of the room, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse the warrior to inhale. And then cartwheel your hands down to the mat. You should be staring at your left foot. Listen, take the left leg high to the sky. Inhale, three-legged dog. Beautiful. Knee to the nose, exhale. Nice. Again, left leg high, inhale. Knee to the nose, exhale. So just be here now. Ready? Left. Knee to nose, exhale. Drop left foot forward in between the two hands, Virabhadrasana 1. Your arms reach up high. You guys, as you exhale, breathe out through the mouth. Just go, ha. And then scoop the arms forward, right? And then exhale, ha. Nice, and then do it again. Please, ha. Good, and then just one more, okay? One more. Ha. And now pause. Close the eyes if you can. Feel the energy coming up through the bones, like really fill up the body with your breath. Feel your heart being pushed up to the sky where the ceiling meets the wall, right? So what would happen if we just allowed our heart to elevate and to like sit in the driver's seat for a little bit? How would you do things differently? How would you love? Who would you forgive? Right? Like what would really happen then if you just opened up your heart? If you just said how you felt regardless of any kind of expected outcome, what would happen? 2 more breaths. Could stay here all day. And a 3, you're gonna, excuse me, take your arms out wide like wings, pivot on the back toes, turn your palms up, fly into Virabhadrasana 3. It's so silly to think about the things that we're like afraid of, you know? All these perceived silly obligations. The only obligation we have is the one we have to ourselves, and that is to love. Period. Step back into high lunge, arms reach. Beautiful. Virabhadrasana 2, exhale. How's the breath? Reverse the warrior to inhale. Good. Extended angle to exhale. And then it's simple twist. So pivot on your back toes, put your right hand on the floor, spin the left arm up high and hold. Now be right here and be happy here. This is great. If you want more though, right? You're gonna go ahead and come on up with your 2 arms out and across the horizon. So make sure you're pivoted on this back foot. There we go. Good, and then your right arm reaches up nice and high and the left arm reaches toward the floor, and you're just feeling the expansiveness of your fingers, right? That space between your 2 hands is huge, and it is the energy of your heart. Right, so the hands are the emissary line to the heart. There's 147 chakras in your hands. For 3. Stay strong. 2, back leg really strong, okay? And then 1, bring your 2 hands down to the mat, standing vertical splits. Go ahead and round curl in, exhale, tap the floor with your toes, and then right leg goes high to inhale, round curl into exhale. And then one more time, right leg high, inhale, round curl into exhale, and then right leg goes high. Go ahead and step that foot back behind you. Turn to face the long side of your mat. Turn your toes out and your heels in. Drop your bottom to about knee height, right? Don't go below the knees. Take your arms out in front of you, and then start that little cauldron stirring, I like to call it. I'm not sure what I call this, so I'll call it cauldron stirring. So just go side to side. Anything you want, for real. Like, What do we need to move through, right? What do we need to move through individually or collectively to really truly live the way we want to live our lives, right? To love the way we want to love. We're lucky living here. We're so lucky living in San Francisco. It's like a given. 5, 4, 3. Nice. Within yourself, everything else finds its way. And then Skandasana, facing the back of the room. So just make your way with a bent left knee and a straight right leg. And then hold all that space for yourself. Hold all that space for yourself. Good. Let things rearrange. Beautiful. 5 more breaths. That's it. Just hold and breathe. 3. Squeeze behind the heart. Squeeze behind the heart. Life's too short, man. We think it's long, especially when we're younger, right? Like, oh my God, it's so long. 2. And then walk towards your right foot and come on up into high lunge. So just turn your whole body, right? Come on up with those arms. Bring the arms up nice and high. Nice. Beautiful. Turn your 2 hands toward each other. Make teeny tiny fists with your hands. As you exhale, pull that left knee forward and balance. Breathe out through the mouth if you want. Step back, high lunge, arms up. Exhale, pull the knee forward. Yes, yeah, don't be afraid to hear your own voice, man. Step back, reach it forward. Nice. Again, step back. 2 more. 1 more, okay? Pause now. Feel super strong in this right leg, so push down but pull up. Now find Nantaraj. Right hand on the heart, left hand reaches for the inner ankle. Pull the 2 knees together and allow your heart to reach forward. The toes push up and back toward the wall behind you. You don't look down, you don't charge forward, you lift your heart. Beautiful. Nice. And try not to yank on the kneecap, right? So open up the hip. 3 more breaths, you guys, so good. Bring the hands into the heart space, bring the knee forward again. Pause, pause, pause. Cross left foot over right. And then either hold here and breathe or find Bakasana. You have like 8 breaths, right? So 8 breaths you can kind of choose. And remember, if your arms are just dangling there, right? Like, don't do that anymore. Place them somewhere on your, yes, like that. Because that just pulls on your back, okay? Well, that was my Michigan accent. That was funny. Comes out every now and again. Nice. And look at those of you in Bakasana, just whenever you feel like it, shoot the legs back and cycle through your vinyasa. The rest of you, just as soon as you're ready, go ahead and untangle the feet, step back into plank pose, cycle through whatever vinyasa works for you. And then let's do this. I'm going to give you a minute here, okay? Downward facing dog, dolphin, child's pose, or any inversion of choice. So those of you who have inversions in your practice, be my guest. Like, take it, right? Just take the inversion. Totally. Yeah, because why not? I think life is just too short not to like say how we feel and like do the things that we want to do and be with the people we want to be with. And so many people I talk to, they're just like, well, I can't do that because it would hurt so-and-so's feelings, or this might happen, or, you know, maybe if we just learn to come from a very strong, compassionate place with ourselves, then it would be easier to come to other people with that strong, compassionate way of being. You know, it's the very first yama, ahimsa, right? Compassion. Satya, truth, right? Truth. How do you live in your truth? We get so confused. If you're not living in your truth, you're just going to get confused. You're going to get all muddled with everyone else's. We weren't put here to like live by someone else's rules and all that kind of stuff, you know? We all have this creative spark, this energy about us where it's like waiting. It's just like, hello, hello. And we don't ever want to get to the, you know, this point in our lives where we go, damn, it's too late to do that. First of all, if you're still here, it's not too late, right? But get out of an illusion that there is nothing more than infinite love. Because there's nothing more than infinite love. Nothing. That's it. That's it. So just live from that space, you know? 4 more breaths. Last 2. And then find child's pose to exhale. And really rest in child's pose because we're not quite done yet. So just take a moment to rest. Turn your palms up. I try to come from this place these days. And ever since I started doing that in all relationships, my life takes on such a meaningful, peaceful feeling. Go ahead and come on up into downward facing dog, please. Big deep breath in, and then as you exhale, press both heels down toward the earth. Hey. Radio. All right, lovely people, take your left leg high to the sky, inhale, and then let's do this knee to the nose, exhale. Drop left foot forward, come on up into high lunge, and then turn to face the top of your mat. You should be facing the top of your mat. There's your right foot forward. Nice, and then just bring both hands down to the mat and straighten both legs. So turn on your back toes for a moment. And just kind of hang out. So just be in this variation of Parsvottanasana where your back heel doesn't really touch the floor, okay? And let the heart get forward toward the knee. And then come into standing vertical split. So just place both your hands on the earth and take your left leg up as high as you can. And just be in the breath. And then round and curl it in one time so that left knee touches the back of your right knee. Tap the left toes to the floor. Bring your bottom to about hip height and then bring your arms up nice and high. Like wings. Fantastic. Beautiful. And hold here for a moment. Sit just a teeny tiny bit lower. And then take the left elbow up and underneath the right. Wrap a twist for eagle arms. And then bring that left leg up. So bend at the left knee. Bring it up in front of you, and then cross that left leg over the right for eagle pose. Breathe. Breathe. Good. So find that same Ujjayi breath that you had at the very beginning of class, would you? 5, 4, 3, 2. Slide into Virabhadrasana 3 on 1. So take the arms out wide. And then step back into high lunge, arms reach. Nice. Bring 2 hands into heart space. So plug those 2 thumbs into the heart. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Twist to the right. So take your big twist to the right. Breathe. Back knee can be on the floor or up, and if this is too much, just place one hand at the knee and one hand at the lower back. That's totally fine. You've got about 4 deep breaths. And then release that and just place both hands on the floor again, straighten both legs again, right? So just be in this place of really feeling into the length of your legs. Just 2 more breaths. Just rewiring the breath, the body, rewiring all of it. And then just for a moment, find standing vertical splits again. Just for a moment, just take that left leg up high, and then as if your left leg was in molasses, bring that left foot down to meet the right. Take a nice deep forward fold. Maybe it's Padangusthasana with 2 peace fingers around your big toes, or maybe Padahastasana, hands under the feet. Let your head drop though, okay? So relax and lengthen the spine. Drop it all. And then this is going to be fun, so if you're not having fun yet, maybe you will now. Go ahead and grab a hold of your big toe if you haven't already, okay? So just your big toe on the right side. And then take your left hand and put it in front of the left foot. Now pull that right femur bone up into the socket. So just lift your foot about 2 inches off the floor. Side, as if you could touch the person on the right side of you. And just hold it there for a moment, right? And if you're like, I can't even pick my foot up 2 inches, fine, just do what you can. Now if you want to take this into Ardha Chandrasana, just kick the leg behind you, open up through the hips, right? And open the heart toward the right side of the room. If you're like, I don't get it, man, just stay where you are. Don't worry about looking around and trying to figure it out. Just listen to your body, okay? For real. Nobody's paying attention to you. They're trying to figure their own stuff out. And then those of you who did take Ardha Chandrasana, bring that leg back to the side, and then everybody slowly bring the 2 feet together. Make sure the feet are together, okay? Nice. And then halfway lift, inhale, and then fold down to exhale. Fantastic. Inhale, Ardha Utkatasana. So find a really nice low chair. And then maybe hold here, do nothing else. If you want more, twist to the right. If you want more, come up onto the tippy bits of your toes, lower your bottom down, bring 2 hands down to the earth. You're going to find Pavrita Bakasana. So twisted crow or crane or whatever we call it these days. Use your breath. And if you fall, guess what? The floor is really close. Right? And then when you're ready, you can release into forward fold. Exhale. I'd rather try and fall on my face than not try. That's just me though, right? Halfway lift, inhale, and then it's Chaturanga Dandasana, walk, step, float back. So flush through that side, okay? Just flush through that side. My very first arm balancing teacher, she made us fall. The very first class, she said, before we do anything in this class, everybody has to fall. Because you don't know what it's going to feel like unless you do. And I love that as a metaphor for life. You don't know what it's going to feel like unless you fall, right? Just having a conversation with my daughter today, sweetheart. You know, just, I would rather open my heart in love than not. Exhale out. Right, bring your left foot forward. And then just, it's like a long Parsvatanasana. It's like a long pyramid, right? So your back heel may not touch the floor. If you can't reach the floor with your fingers, use your block, use your shin, like whatever, okay? Just use whatever. Breathe, just make sure it's yours. Or ask permission first. That was supposed to be funny, but that's fine. Okay, ready? So now take your right leg up high, standing vertical splits, and then round curl it in. And then take standing vertical splits, now hold. Hold. Get super long, like your right toes are actually punching through the ceiling, right? They're just like whoop, right through the ceiling. You're getting like 3 inches longer in your spine. And then make that teeny tiny ball with the body, bring the right knee behind the left, put the toes on the floor and come on up to standing. And then pause and hold. So you're seated down, right? And then take your arms out wide like wings and pause. Squeeze right behind the heart. Drop your bottom so your knees are bent. Good. Now spin the right elbow up and underneath the left, wrap to twist. Are you breathing? As soon as you're ready there, bring that right leg up and around and find eagle pose. Breathe. Oh, that's gorgeous. Wow, wow, wow. Breathe. Beautiful, Gavin. Wow. Incredible in here. And then arms out wide like wings, fly it into Virabhadrasana 3. So again, you're supporting your track. Because all of us get scared sometimes. All of us can't see like really what we really think sometimes or feel. We might sometimes use that again. Step back into high lunge, arms reach. Bring your two hands down into your heart space and then twist to the left. That's why a tribe really is important. Some people call it community, some people call it sangha, some people call it all different names, right? Family of choice. I like tribe. So you kind of have someone calling you out on your stuff, you know? But that's not what you told me. Why didn't you tell him or her that? Because that's what you told me. Why aren't you speaking your truth? And you're like, dang. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's all important. Everything is important. 2 more breaths. And then go ahead and release both your hands, come down to the floor, straighten both legs again because it just feels good to straighten both legs. Breathe into the bones. There's that cue again. Breathe into the bones. And then take standing vertical splits again. It's just for a moment. And then slowly, like that right foot's in molasses, bring it down to meet the left. Now let's just go right into it. Right foot roots into the floor. Grab a hold of your left big toe with the peace fingers. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Pull that left femur bone up into the hip. Stick the leg out to the side if that works for you. If you're having a hard time just picking up the foot in general, just do your best. Breathe. If you want to take it into Ardha Chandrasana and you have the flexibility in the hip, do that. If it makes 0 sense to you, don't. Beautiful. Breath. Or your truth. Or your love. Good. Flex your toes. One more. Those of you in that leg back down and around, make sure your 2 feet touch when you come together. Yep. And then take a little halfway lift. And then inhale, Ardha Utkatasana. So this is going to be it here almost, right? So find a nice low chair. Stay right here. This is perfect. You needn't do another thing and you're perfect. If you want more, bring your 2 hands to your heart, twist to the left. Don't do anything else. If you want more, go ahead and take your arm balance, okay? So I really, truly want you to choose what works for you. And maybe just today, just go, maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll fall on my face and it only stings for a second. So when we push ourselves just a little bit in this room past what we think we can do or say or be, we have the tendency to do that outside this room, which is always a good thing. And when you're all done, just release and take forward fold. And we'll wait for you if it takes you a minute. No worries. And then just for fun as a group, let's go ahead and roll up through the spine slowly. You can take your arms up way high. Clasp the 2 hands together, turn the palms inside out, push the palms away, lift the heart. 3 breaths. So drop down into Mother Earth and lift up into Father Sky and open up the heart space. 3 more breaths. And when you come down, you're going to swan dive down so your arms come out to the sides and forward fold. Nice. Halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga. Walk, step, float back. Last bit, I promise. I'm always good for my promises. Right leg high, inhale, knee to left tricep, open up, fallen triangle, 5 deep breaths. So how expansive can you get your heart here? And remember that the energy of your heart lives in your hands, okay? Think about that the next time you send a text. The energy from my heart lives in my hands. Am I really speaking from my heart? For real, it's real. I'm not making this up. I couldn't make this stuff up. I really couldn't. Well, I guess I could, but bring it around into scorpion dog, exhale, and then if you want, flip it, take shoulders over wrists and flip your pose. Let your heart go toward the front of the room. 5 breaths. Relax your eyes though, okay? Yeah. There we go. And then bring it around, right leg goes up high. Drop right foot forward, you guys come into pigeon. So just walk that right foot forward toward the left side of the mat. I know, pigeon, oh my God. Who would have thought you'd be excited to be in pigeon? Variation is great, okay? You're gonna be here like 10 breaths. I like to think of my hips like they just hold so much, right? They hold so much. They hold like all of our stories, our trauma, our ancestors, good old hips. Good old hips. Sometimes those things that are sitting there are the things that keep us from that best bits. Heart and the hips. Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara He, Hara Hara. Nowhere else. Nothing else matters right now. A few more breaths. Last 2. Last 1. Come on up, you guys. Shake that leg out super gently. Like you have a little ladybug on your foot, you know, and you're just trying to flick it off. It's not a praying mantis, it's just a ladybug. Again, funny, but that's okay. And then just bring your right foot down to meet your left. Roll your body forward into plank pause. Chaturanga pause. Heart lifts, inhale, pause, 3 deep breaths. Like really, truly, where can you love more? Yourself, someone else, this life. And then find down dog. Left leg high. Knee to right tricep. Open up, fallen triangle. 5 breaths. 5 breaths. Oh. Breathe. Hi. Come on around. Scorpion dog, exhale. If you want to flip, flip. Shoulders over wrists. Bring it around, left foot forward. Back knee finds the floor. Find pigeon pose on this side. Breathe. What can you lay down in this life? I have one teacher who taught me, you know, To lay it down. That was her phrase. Lay it down. Lay your sword down. When you lay your sword down and you come from a place of love and compassion, things change instantaneously. It's like a instantaneous combustion of love. It's kind of cool. And what normally happens in that place is that it unlocks like some sort of karmic release for yourself, if it involves someone else, for them. So then I ask, why do we bottle that stuff up, right? Why do we not do that? Who cares what they think? When we come from a place of grounded love, it's like we can't go wrong ever, ever. Jaya, Jaya, Gora, Jaya, Jaya. 2 more breaths. Last one. Big deep breath in, exhale it all out, and then you can lift on up again and let that left leg shake it out a little bit. I know it's never enough once you get there, is it? That's what that feels like when you live in that deep truth. It's like then you just can't get enough of it. Maybe you have one more vinyasa in your practice, maybe you don't. Okay. Yes? I got one more. Just one more. And then everybody come to all fours when you're ready, okay? And then everybody come to Anahata. So keep your knees right below your hips and walk your arms forward. Let your heart melt down toward the earth. Anahata. Over knees. Yep. So heart starts to melt down toward the floor. So I like this pose. Even if my heart doesn't touch the floor, I know energetically it's reaching for the earth. And that's when we truly experience that whole like connection to earth. We talk about it so much. But if you're really, really quiet in this pose, you can hear and feel the pulse. And so just be there for a moment. Why do we try to escape that? Why do we try to push that away? Why do we try to rationalize? Why do we try to get our hearts, behind the mind? Most often what's real is really what's irrational. Three more breaths. Of it, can't we? Mind's such a trickster. Come up just enough to come out of the belly, okay? Lie down on the belly. Yep. Just rest for a sec, because we're going to lift our hearts again one more time. Always reminds me of church, that saying, lift up our hearts. We lift them up to the Lord. Let us give thanks. Oh yeah, I know that stuff by heart. Exhale all the breath out. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's how do you love? Bring your 2 hands out to your sides, right? So lift your chest a little bit and bring your hands out to the sides, elbows point up to the sky. Lengthen through each leg like you're trying to get longer in your spine, right? Exhale all the breath out, and then inhale, lift up 5 breaths. Alchemize it. Two more. Exhale, release. Place your right ear on the mat. Arms to the sides. Breathe. It's all the same. It's that whole, like, it all comes back to love. What are we so afraid of? Bless you. Exhale all your breath out. Now take your two arms behind you at your lower back, clasp them together. Let your knuckles for a moment like rest on your lower back or your bottom, okay? Put the forehead on the floor, so third eye on the floor. And we go into these postures with the intention of alchemizing, okay? Exhale all your breath out. Inhale, heart lifts. Lift the heart, lift the legs. Lift the heart, lift the legs. Lift the heart, lift the legs. Breathe. 5. Your breath has the power to do that. The power, the breath, the intention, the sweat, all of it. It has the power to alchemize whatever is sitting in the body that's not serving your highest good of love. Lift heart. Well, last time. Lift heart, lift heart. There you are. Exhale, release. Arms down to the earth. Left ear to the mat, and now just pause. And then when you let it sit there, it really does do its work. It's when the medicine works. It's when we're still. But we have everything we need in this body. We don't even really technically need the mat. You know, you really don't. But it's kind of like a safe place, isn't it? We don't really need the tribe. It sure is funner, isn't it? Yes, funner is a word. Okay, so you can choose one of those last two that we just did, or you're going to choose bow pose. So go ahead and clasp your two hands behind you if you want, or reach around, grab for your heels. Now we're all going to go up together at the same time because there's power in that, right? So exhale all the breath out through the mouth. Inhale, lift. Awesome, breathe. Stay here. Relax. Heart lifts, heart lifts, heart lifts. Beautiful. Stay here, breathe. Nice. Two more. Two more. Good job. Release, and when you let go, so your palms are going to face down on the floor in front of you, down on the floor in front of you, forehead down. Truly, truly, like that's really what this is about. How can we attune our body to a higher vibration of love? That's why you're here. We think it's to get stronger and to like wear a cute outfit. Nobody in here, I know, but it's not. It's to get to that higher resonance of love. So we can live every single day like that. Every single day. No joke. Go ahead and roll over onto your back so your head's pointing toward the front of the room and the feet are to the back of the room, and then hug your two knees into your chest. Please. Happy baby. I took a training a couple years ago, and I learned that the energy in the sacral chakra and the heart chakra really like to communicate with each other a lot. And there's this thing in the middle called the solar plexus that gets in the way sometimes. So I love Happy Baby because it opens the hips and kind of relaxes the belly a bit. So how about just one more opportunity for a back bend before we take a twist, and then we rest and part ways. Feet to the floor, knees point up to the sky. You're going to take bridge or wheel, okay? And you can choose, but it's like 10 breaths. So choose wisely and choose with intention, okay? Exhale all your breath out. As soon as you're ready, come on up to bridge or wheel. If you want support in something, call me over. That's why I'm here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Heart to me. Nice job.
Sometimes I look at my life before yoga and I feel like I was sleeping. And since yoga, it's amazing how expanded and everything is, and intense sometimes. But I never want to go back to sleep, ever. It's too important. As soon as you're ready to come down, you just come on down whenever you want. You hold as long as you want. We'll totally wait for you in Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Those of you in your supported bridge, you can stay there. Stay there. It's good stuff. Big deep breath in and then just go. God, I hope students in San Diego do that. Hug your two knees to chest and then keep a hold of your right one. So hug them both in first, then extend the left leg out and just twist to the left. It's a scary thing to live from your heart, isn't it? It's because the answers are so unknown. But I think the answers are unknown anyways. We can calculate, manipulate, spreadsheet all this stuff out, right? But we don't know anything. I remember when my mom and dad were getting divorced when I was like 16, and my dad sat me down, and I remember saying, I don't get it. Why? I don't understand. And I remember being really sad. And I remember I said, what happened? And he said, all I can say is, when you love someone, always tell them that you love them. Never stop telling them. Because if you don't, they're going to forget. And I thought that was so powerful, and that has stuck with me forever. And sometimes I tell people I love them, and they're like, what? Huh? Oh my God, she loves me? What? Yep. I do. Come back to center, hug two knees to chest. Extend your right leg long. When you're ready, hug your left knee in and cross over in a twist in the other direction. Breathe. Two more breaths. Come back to center. Shavasana. Breathe in and out. That's all you need to do right now, is breathe in and out. Let the body completely rest.
For as far as I know, this is our only go around, you know? And what a blessing. I don't want to waste it. Take a big deep breath in through your nose, out through the mouth. Moving around in your jaw, your hands, your fingers, your toes, your feet. Taking your arms overhead, stretching through the entire body. And then hugging your knees to your chest. Roll to the right. And then bringing the body up to a seat. Hands come to the heart. Can you live from this space of true expression and infinite love and move beyond the projections and the thinkings of the mind? Can you take a moment each day and just live from a place as if it was your last? Let's end class with 3 rounds of Om. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you. Such a blessing, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Just a couple quick announcements before you guys leave. One is I'm back at 6:15 with some live music, so you can go eat, take a nap, and then come back, because it'll be really fun. And then tomorrow, if you're around Dolores Park between 12 and 5, come and say hi. Just look for, I don't know what color balloons, it's whatever color they have. I'm going to buy them on the way there, so just look for balloons and me. But we're going to do just a little going away party if you want to stop by. And then next week I'll be here Monday at 9 for Jason and noon for myself. And then 4:30 on Wednesday for myself and 6:15 for Mark. So I'll be here 4 times next week. Those of you who don't know this, you know, Mark and I are leading a retreat. We're going to Bali. We're doing Uluwatu in March into April. I'm doing Ubud the week before at the Bali Spirit Fest. And then I'm doing a retreat over Thanksgiving. And I'll be back here. You know, I'm still running my teacher training. It's crazy how many people are signing up for teacher training now. They're like, oh, wait, you're leaving? Okay, I'm going to do teacher training. Yay! So, you know, if that's you, if you're like, I was kind of thinking about it, let me know, because there's still some spots left. And that means I'll be back like September and October and November. And so I'm really not going anywhere. I just won't be here on a regularly scheduled time, you know. But I would love to see you. If you're not on my newsletter and you want to get on it, let me know. But you know, just thank you so much for practicing in this room with me every single Friday. Especially a big thank you to those people who've been here since like day one, when there was just like 2 or 3 of us in this room. So thank you so very, very much. I'm just in deep gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Fridays have been fun, haven't they? It was such a good time. So thank you so much, you guys. Please make sure to say hello, goodbye, see you soon, whatever you want to say. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. You totally need to go to Bali. What are you thinking? And it's funny, people are signing up for both weeks. They're like, I'm just going to come for 2 weeks. And I'm like,
you're going to San Diego? That's great. I lived in San Diego for 3 years.
I lived there for 15. I love it. I have so many family members there. Like, it's just
It's nice to have the support. The girls are getting
right. They're getting older. I need support, girl.